This is Steve, and I'm here with Carl Drummond, who is the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences out here at IPFW. Carl, we appreciate your time today. You rolled out kind of a new community forum type project here. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. The University Community Conversation Program is a year-long program to engage the community in a conversation, hopefully with itself. What we don't want to do is present a series of opportunities where our faculty lecture to the public. What we really want to do is catalyze and then facilitate a conversation around a topic of general public interest by the community, for the community, with the community. Not something that we are providing all the content. We want to invite the community to help us provide that content and really lead the conversations. This year, the theme that's been chosen is the promise and problems of democracy, and we're going to do a number of special events, including sponsoring tonight's public forum with Speaker Bosma. Next week, we'll have Paul Helmke here from former Mayor Paul Helmke to talk about the events in Arizona, the tragic events, and its impact on gun legislation and the future accessibility of elected officials. And then we're going to have a book read, a community book read. The book that's been chosen is On Liberty by John Stuart Mill. We'll have a facilitated discussion where we'll have a panel of IPFW faculty and community leaders to help facilitate a conversation about that book. We're going to have extensive use of digital media here, including we have our own website. We're going to have Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, opportunities for folks to engage in the conversation using digital media. We're going to have a number of other events, and hopefully including some kind of special event on the 4th of July here on campus. And so hopefully this is a theme and a topic that will engage civic conversation and will be a benefit to the community.
How important are these conversations to be had?
You know, one of the most important things that a university can do beyond educating the citizens and creating new knowledge is really serving in this capacity to help a community have conversations about important topics. Because of the open nature of discourse at a university, we're ideally suited to facilitate these kinds of events, to sponsor them in a place where everyone understands that their views will be welcome and they'll be heard. And so it's completely apolitical. We don't have an agenda other than a desire to engage the community in a conversation.
And when you say community, you mean the community at whole, not just IPFW students?
No, absolutely not. We mean the entire Northeast Indiana region. And so any interested citizen is strongly invited to participate in these events in person, through our digital media, in any way that they wish.
I know you're in the very early stages of setting this up, kind of getting it going. Any thoughts on maybe taking it on the road at some point, doing different venues?
At least initially, our intention is to have the events here on the IPFW campus. It may be possible that we will seek out other venues. Maybe we could have an event at the public library downtown. Maybe we could have an event at some other place. But as of right now, the events that we have planned for this spring are all going to take place here on the IPFW campus.
And I also think I heard some talk about online resources as well and forums.
Yes. And so we have a website, which is right here, ipfw.edu/UC2, and we have Facebook where you can access information and programming. We have Twitter where we can engage in conversations, and Tumblr. So those resources are available as a mechanism to launch a conversation and sustain it. So, for instance, as we launch this community book read, it's my anticipation that we will have the facilitators commenting on the book sort of as citizens read it. So their reflections on the first chapter, their reflections on the second chapter, and really start that conversation before the night of the forum.
And then, what kind of things are you doing to continue that conversation afterwards?
Well,
Besides the
really,
online?
this is a bit of an experiment, and,
Sure.
and what we want to do is use it to learn how to do a good job with that. And so we're gonna take lessons learned. We're gonna try to identify those things that work, that does capture interest and does sustain conversations. We hope to have people in the audience at the events posting tweets, making comments on our Tumblr page as the event goes on, so that we have a digital record of the event in the minds of the people who were there, as well as the information that can facilitate and sustain that longer conversation.
A real multimedia conversation.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's a hope. And we really have to learn how to do this.
Sure.
But we're very excited about the opportunity, and those folks in the community that are tech savvy and are aware of how to do these things, certainly invite them to come join and lead those discussions through those forums.
Okay. Well, it's an exciting project. We appreciate you bringing it to
Thank you.
CFW. Sure. Thank you.